Karen. I'm proud to be here.
It's made it kind of difficult to come down and meet you.
Yes, COVID has changed a lot of things, and this month will be 8 months on the job already. It's time is flying, but it's fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, you guys are live, so you're good to go whenever you want.
Okay. All right. Well, I will call us to order then, and thank everybody for being here. And the first thing on our agenda is approval of our last minutes. These were sent out. I'm hoping everybody had a chance to look at them. Did everybody receive them? And
Yes.
Yes.
Yep. Okay. Do I have any corrections that need to be made?
I make a motion that we approve the minutes as posted.
I'll second.
All right. All in favor, then say aye, I guess.
Aye.
Aye.
All right, so move. While we're on the minutes, Shannon, that the repairs on trash dumpsters, has that been done, or?
I need to find out from Public Works if that has been done yet. And I will send, I'll find out right now for you and let you know before the end of the meeting.
Okay. And Greg, I know I was in your parking lot the other day, and it looks a lot better.
Yeah, it looks a lot better, and maybe I'm just anal. I would have thought they would have scooped up those pebbles. What they did is they swept them all to the side of the parking lot and left them in the parking lot. But anyway, it is what it is.
Well, is that something we need to address and get them to come back and maybe address that problem?
Yeah, I guess that's probably the best way to handle it. I guess my thought is, if we're going to do that again, we obviously don't want that to perpetuate. I mean, am I wrong? What do y'all think? I just feel like that's kind of a halfway done job.
I didn't notice that when I was there, but if there's something that needed to be cleaned up, I would think that they certainly ought to do it.
Yeah, so what they do is they go through the blower and they blow all the pebbles to the side where there's a little shoulder from the concrete. And then they go through, and once it's off the asphalt, then they go through and put down the blacktop. And it does look much better, without a doubt. I don't know, I'm just thinking about our city. To me, that doesn't speak well from somebody, even citizens, having to see that. To me, that's kind of shoddy work, I guess.
So just to clarify, it looks good, but what you're saying is they did not clean up the pebbles that they swept prior to doing it, and they're still there.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah, that needs to be cleaned up, I think.
We'll follow up on that with the contractor.
Okay. I was going to say that might be a good idea, just to follow up with them and see if they can't come back and tidy up a little bit, make it look a little bit better.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll follow up and then I'll send you an email.
Great, thank you. The trash, Greg, is that any better?
That has gotten so much better. I don't know if they just had a change of managers or what, but it has gotten night and day better.
Great. Okay. Well, and I think the lights certainly look good on the trees for Christmas. So I think that was a good thing we did. So, all right. Anybody else have any comments about the minutes? There. New business. I hope everybody got their audit, and had a chance to look at it. I know I sent it to Greg, electronically before we got the hard, part of it, and had him look over it.
Yeah,
And you saw no
it looked as I would expect it. Yeah.
Does anyone else have any questions or comments?
I didn't see any problems with it at all.
Okay. All right. Do we need to approve that, Shannon? No?
Sorry, I was muted. No, you don't need to.
Okay. Okay. All right. The next thing we have is the renewal of insurance policies. These are the two insurance policies that we have every year. One of them is on the parking lot that's still in our name. And it's with Tapco. It's on 6th Street and Marlborough Avenue. And the premium did not go up this year. It was the same as it was last year. It's $646. And then the other policy is for the insurance on us, actually, the directors. And it actually is with Great American Insurance Company, and it's for $825. And it also did not go up. So I need, if we're going to continue with these, I need a motion that both of these be paid.
And can you tell me those one more time?
The
Caroline?
amounts
Mm-hmm.
for the parking lot, Emily, that is with Tapco Insurance, and it is $646.
Okay.
And then the other one is with Preferred Specialty, Great American Insurance Company, and it's for $825. And that's the director's insurance.
And the Tapco one, I just want to say it's $646.60.
Thank you.
Just for clarification.
Right.
Okay.
So remind me, because didn't we sell part of that real estate over there to the city? Didn't we? Remember, Jacob came and spoke to us about that with the
Warren Arthur property.
yeah.
That was not, no, that was not our property then. That still belonged to Warren, but that's in the cities.
We bought it.
So
Yeah,
do we-
right.
Oh,
I'm
we
sorry.
paid for like half of it or something, didn't we?
I thought we bought it and gave it to the city, or deeded it, or
Shannon, get me straight on this. With the Warren Arthur property.
Where was that property located?
On Marlborough and 6th. It was actually the property behind, adjoining our property that's in our, that's our lot. The one that's paved, Greg, it's that corner.
And I guess where I was going with that is, I want to make sure we're not insuring something we're not responsible for anymore. But it
Um,
sounds, we still do have that parking lot, right? Just not that real estate behind there.
We
Okay.
do, and I'm sorry, my internet, it keeps going in and out, but, yeah, we still have owned that, the Marlboro parking lot, or
Okay,
you guys do.
all right.
yeah, it was actually the paved lot there, Greg, where the alley goes through, that
Mhm.
paved lot is ours, but then that corner lot, that was the one that we helped facilitate the city with, that Warren owned, but the city owns that.
Yeah. Seemed to me like we went in halves with them or something, and then they took ownership, and if something happens, it comes back to us, or,
Right, that was, yeah, that was, I'd have to go back and look at the specifics on it, but,
and that's okay. As long as we're not, where I was going with that is, we don't want to insure something we don't own, but this is the parking lot, and we do own that.
right, no, this is just the parking lot that we do own, is what it is. It's still in our name, so.
And so you need a motion to approve.
I need a motion to approve, yeah, those two insurance, premiums.
So moved.
Second.
Have a second,
All right.
okay. Then all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And I
Aye.
know who seconded that.
Order.
I did.
And
Dick
I did,
Porter.
is Dick, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm sorry. My hands are not going as fast as my brain. Who made the motion, Greg?
Yes,
Steve did.
oh,
Okay. Steve made the motion and Dick seconded.
Correct.
Thank you.
in fact, next on the agenda, is the spectrum easement to bore under, our property. And that's the, parking lot, that we were just talking about, Greg.
Okay.
And we actually sent out the information on that as well. I don't know if y'all could tell anything from the map that went out. But the reason that they're doing this is for an optic line that needs to be run to the police station. Is that not correct, Shannon?
Yes, that's correct. A fiber optic line that will run into the back of the police station. And if I can share my screen, I'll give that a go. And then you'll see the whole parking lot. Bear with me.
Is it not working, Shannon?
No, it's not.
I have it, the capability turned on.
That's okay. It was in the agenda packet. Do you guys have the agenda packet before you?
Mhm.
It was
Yeah.
showing the parking lot and showing exactly where that fiber optic line would be run.
I can't think of a reason why we would not be in favor of that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, as long as the understanding is if there's any damage done to the parking lot that they, be responsible for any damage.
That's correct. And the paragraph on the easement under the restoration states that they will restore it the way it was.
Yeah, I see that.
Okay. Is there any discussion?
Can we make sure the police department knows we voted in favor of this, just in case we have any little run-ins in the future?
Duly noted.
Yeah.
If there are no questions or comments, then I need a motion that we allow them to do this.
So moved.
Second,
All right, all in favor?
I
Aye.
Okay. Comments from commissioners.
pertaining to what?
I'm sorry,
Pertaining to what?
anything that we need to discuss?
Oh, okay. I don't have anything.
Shannon, you were looking up whether the trash stuff had been done. And did you find anything on that?
Yeah, we're going to be doing that in the next 3 to 4 weeks. So you'll
So
see,
nothing's happened yet.
not yet, no,
Okay.
but you will see something being done within a month.
thank you.
Shannon, something that Steve had asked me about, I know we talked about this when we bought the tables for downtown.
Mhm.
And that we said that the ones that weren't being used would be stored.
Mhm.
And we just noticed that the ones at Bizzle's are still on the street. Is there a reason we left them, or?
There is a reason we left them. Yeah,
Okay.
There's gonna be a new restaurant, correct?
we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
I will
But
say,
if-
Hartsville downtown, we're having a lot of good things happen. So in the near future.
As soon as we
Okay.
can share the name, we'll be happy to share that with you guys. But there is activity happening.
Good.
Okay.
Until we want to make sure that
That's such
they're.
a wonderful thing. I mean, that's
it
such
needs
an
to be
anchor
dry
for
first before we
downtown.
next-
That's wonderful.
It is.
Okay. Daniel, Shannon asked me that you had, or told me that you had a idea about lighting the downtown.
Yeah, so that's kind of the reason why I'm kind of want to meet with you guys in addition to meeting you. But so I wanted to talk. We had such great success with the lights that went up around the trees. Those were well received. People really enjoyed it, and several comments were made to me in particular to try and keep those up all the time. Now we took them down to preserve them for Christmas so that we didn't lose them and keep the investment you guys made. But the parking beautification, along with the city, we really have done a great job, I think, of layering downtown and increasing like the walkability, increasing the beauty, of course, of downtown. And this is something I wanted to reach out to you guys and see if you'd be interested in partnering with the city to do something that I think is missing downtown. One of the last pieces, which is lighting up our streets at night. If anyone's ever walked down there, it's dark. It's not as welcoming as I think it should be. It leads to a lot of things. It leads to restaurants closing early. It leads to, we've seen an increase in homelessness, sleeping downtown in dark corners. And so what I'm looking at is an idea to extend or possibly extend the lights that are on West College that you see across the streets, or lights that come down from the buildings, to really illuminate the walkways and breathe some life into the downtown area at night, to encourage more of that nightlife mentality, to give restaurants another time period to be open. Because I think right now, those lights that are already in there were designed as more of a aesthetic kind of, not really there to light the streets, but just give a little bit of aesthetics, not really to brighten anything. And certainly with the trees that have grown up over time have really kind of blocked those lights. So I think that this is a good venue or a good group to be a partner with for that, since you guys are invested in the beautification of downtown, and just to see what your thoughts are on that. This has got support from a number of council members, so we are going to be moving forward something, but I wanted to offer you guys a chance to be part of it.
What type of lighting are you thinking about?
So I'm going between two different types, or actually, well, three different types, rather. Either find a way to increase the lights from the existing lights. So seeing if those can be modified in some way to increase the brightness, to put more downward lights, not light pollution up into the sky, but pushing the lights down to light up the streets. And that's one option. Another option is to actually install lights along the buildings that would shine down from the top of the buildings on each one. That, of course, would take more work to get agreements from the building owners. And then another one that does involve the buildings is to do something similar to what is done across West College. If you recall, right where that archway is, there's lights that crisscross across the streets. And I've seen those being used in different areas. So the city, what we would do is go out and see if there's what it would cost, what it would take to do it, and things like that first before we'd actually even request any money. But we would like to see something like that happen. As you know, like with our open house this past time, we shut the streets down for the first time. And although it was well received, it was darker in some areas, and I'd rather it be lit up for Santa and all that stuff. So that's kind of the plan.
A good number of the businesses on Carolina have awnings, and to get much light on the sidewalk, you're going to have to get lights under the awnings. And
Yes,
and
yeah.
in Minnie's we have that, but not a lot. And
Yeah,
I'm not
I think it's
sure
I think it's
how
gonna
much
take
we leave them on.
I think it's going to take a mixture of things, to be honest. This is not a small undertaking. I mean, this is going to be something that we can either try and bite off in chunks, but this is something that I think that expressing from residents, from business owners, this is something that I think is the logical next step for us to really enhance our downtown and to breathe some new life into it.
And are you talking about Carolina and Fifth? Like what area?
I would start on the same kind of locations that we did for the tree lighting, if you recall. So it was from that 4th Street to 6th Street on Carolina, and then from 5th Street from about the Coker Building back all the way to the museum to start. I mean, I don't want to extend out of your reach right now, because I do think this would be a great opportunity, a partnership with you guys. Again, if you guys are not, if you want to go a different route or things like that, then we can certainly, we can look at expanding it outside of it. The city can. But I think that this is a good first step for our downtown.
Okay, and you said keeping my minutes also, in addition to want to make sure I understand. 4th to 6th on Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
And
pretty much from the Cargill back to home.
Okay.
That T that kind of forms right there.
Okay.
We did the same thing for our lights, for the Christmas tree lights around those areas.
Are we talking about all night long or till midnight or what?
They would be on a time so that we wouldn't be lighting up past certain hours. This is just to encourage more into that, maybe the 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock time period, not to encourage people to stay downtown for very long, but I think it's kind of business driven. If there's, we have some Coker students or something, you want to go off for a night, later night, till 11 or so, when I'm already in bed, maybe that's a good thing. But I think that it really will help breathe. Like I said, it will help, I think, encourage that to happen, which we haven't seen so far.
Daniel, there's a walkway on East College Avenue between Hartsville Furniture and the church that
Yes.
goes from the sidewalk to Mantissa Row at the back
Right.
door of Minnie's. And that's awfully dark.
Right.
And just sometimes when you're that way, just look and see what you think about lighting it also.
Oh, sure. I mean, so we put our Santa right at that Mantissa Alley entranceway, and it is dark, and you know, you have the Mantissa there, you have which we're trying to encourage people to walk in those alleyways, and I mean, it being dark is a deterrent. I mean, it would be for anybody. So I would like to see those alleyways be lit up as well in this project. I
Well,
think
this
it
is
would be-
a walkway that runs north and south between Mantissa and East College, between
Okay.
the church and Hartsville Furniture.
Oh, I see. Okay, I got you.
Thank you.
I would assume that we would be incorporating LED lights, which would hold down on the power cost considerably.
Yes, I mean, the city would probably be the ones who we would increase. This would be a cost to the city for lighting. The expense for keeping the power on would be on the city, I imagine. And then the expense of things, if we were to partner with you, might include some of the materials. But yes, we would try to do every means necessary to save as much money as possible while accomplishing our goals. Absolutely.
Well, the
Well,
darkness
speak-
is something that we have talked about for a long time, and we've tried different things. If we could come up with a solution, I personally feel like that it would be a good thing
Okay.
to be able to light the downtown.
Well, what I would do, since this is kind of the introduction thing, what we would do is we would begin then looking at quotes, because we're starting our budget right now, so we're getting into our next fiscal year budget. So it's a good time for us to start planning on projects like this. And what I can do is we'll develop maybe an idea of what it would take, what it would cost, what it would entail, how long it would take, come back to you guys, present it to you, see if you're interested. I mean, it sounds like you guys have some interest, but of course, like anybody, you want to know what it's going to cost. So let me do that and get back to you, and we can meet again. I'll come again to another meeting, and we'll put it on the agenda for a more formal discussion and go from there. But I'm pleased that you guys are interested, and I think that this is another thing that you guys could be a part of that would make downtown even better, that you guys have already been a part of. So
Well, it would be a good, a good way that it would affect everybody and not just a few people.
yeah. Perfect. And even those parking lots that we have, I mean, that's something to think about too. If we need to look into lighting up the parking lots you guys were just talking about, to encourage people to park at night and feel safe and things like that. So, I mean, I think there's a lot that we can do to help out.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Well,
Me too.
I'll be
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Good. Okay. Well, if I can do anything for you in the meantime, let me know, but I'll be back.
That sounds good. We'll just wait to get ideas from you.
Sure. And I'll keep Shannon. Shannon actually, she's gonna be part of this project. She has just found that out. So, well, she'll keep you guys abreast of what's going on. So don't worry.
Okay, that
Okay.
sounds good.
Great. Well, it's a pleasure meeting you guys. I'm gonna drop off. Have a
You
good day.
too. Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah.
Thank you, Daniel. Glad you could join us.
Yes, ma'am. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Okay, everybody. Anything else? All right. Do I have a motion to adjourn our meeting then?
So move.
Second? Yes,
Second.
Yeah.
I say we are adjourned then. I thank you for your time.
All right. Y'all have a great night.
You too. Good night.
Enjoy it. See you later.